Gentlemen of the press, first of all, let me, on behalf of the government and people of Rivers State, express my heartfelt condolences to the families and of all those that were murdered by the army and the APC talks before, during, and after the 2019 presidential and National Assembly elections in Abonima, Obonoma, Asarama, and other communities in Rivers State. May the innocent troops rest in perfect peace. Recall that on the 14th of February 2019, I made a special broadcast in which I alerted the nation about the plans by the Minister of Transportation and the APC to cause mayhem in the state and scuttle the 2019 general elections with the active support of some operatives of the Nigerian Army and the police. Before then, I petitioned the Chief of Army Staff, the Acting Inspector General of Police, and the Chairman of Independent National Electoral Commission, ANEC, about the sweeping threat and looming invasion of the state with armed talks of the APC with the covert and overt support of the General Officer commanding the 6th Division, Port Harcourt, Major General Jamil Saham, and the Commander of the River State Special Anti-Robbery Squad, Mr. Akin Fakorode. In my press statement on the 16th of February 2019, following the sudden postponement of the general elections by 1 week by INEC, I reiterated the existence and seriousness of the plot by the APC, the police, and the army to overrun polling stations and collection centers across the state. I also drew the attention of Nigerians and international community to the despicable acts which the army and the police carried out at the premises of the Central Bank, Port Harcourt, in preventing the distribution of materials to local government areas, as well as arresting local leaders of the People's Democratic Party. In the week preceding yesterday's elections, various communities and interest groups of the People's Democratic Party in Rivers State issued comprehensive press statements alerting the nation about the affairs and concerns over the unrefuted conspiracy by the trio of Rotimi Amechi, Major General Jamil Saham, and Victor Akim Fakorode to violently scuttle the peaceful conduct of the general elections in Rivers State. In my broadcast to the state on the 21st of February, I again alerted the nation and the international community about the same plot by the Ministry of Transportation and the APC to actualize their threats to destabilize and rig the elections at all costs, especially in the riverine local government areas of the state, even if it meant killing and destroying innocent lives and property in the wake. Yesterday, our affairs and concerns for the peaceful conduct of the general elections in Rivers State were completely vindicated as the army literally took over the conduct of the general elections and aided armed talks of the APC to prevent distribution of election materials, disrupt voting, snatch election materials, and chase away PDP agents from collection centers across the state. In Abonima, a criminal declared wanted by the state, Christian Don Pedro, led a band of APC armed thugs to local government registration area center RAC to forcefully stop the distribution of election materials to the various wards and units of agricultural local government area. The people of the community resisted and insisted on having the opportunity to exercise their rights to vote for the party and candidates of their choice. However, instead of disarming and arresting the APC armed thugs to prevent the general elections from being scuttled, the army intervened on the side of the APC militia and, ensuing confusion and confrontation, killed 15 innocent persons and wounded several others. As I speak, the army are ravaging the entire Abonima community and killing young men found in their homes. In Boni, Rotimi Amaechi's ally and former Commissioner of Transport, one Mr. Tolofari George, led a band of APC thugs to cordon off the RAG Center with the support of the army and prevented the election from holding in that local government area. At Okrika, APC thugs, with the aid of the military men, carted away all election materials from the collation centers. This same scenario was repeated in parts of Awuda West, Asaritoro, Emo, and Opoponkolo local government areas. Again, in the ensuing confusion and anarchy, the army shot and killed the youth copper as well as an annex ad hoc staff in Amewa and Degem and local government areas, respectively. Even now, we are informed that the army, on the directive of the Minister of Transportation, has chased away the legitimate election personnel, including all PDP agents, and taken over the collation of results in Ikwere, in Yama local government, where the minister woefully lost the general election. Indeed, the transportation minister personally ambushed the Ikwere local government electoral officer with his thugs and held her hostage. With other military men for hours in his determination to change the results of the elections in that local government area. I'm persuaded to believe that Nigerian generally are not surprised at the ugly turn of events, especially the bloodbath that characterized some parts of the general elections in Rivers State, as the Minister of Transport clearly and brazenly acted on what he had openly boasted he would do even before Mr. President during their party's presidential rally in Port Harcourt. But like all well-meaning Nigerians, I dare to ask, does the ambition of Mr. President to cling on to power warrant the gruesome and cold-blooded murder of innocent souls in Rivers State by the Minister of Transportation and his armed gangs? Must the Minister of Transportation shed innocent blood, desecrate the land of Abonima, and humiliate our people in pursuit of the re-election of Mr. President? Are the people of Abonima indeed Calabari happy with the occupation of their land and the way it was turned to a minefield of killings and destruction by the army on account of someone's ambition to remain relevant in national politics and hopefully be reappointed? Are the APC leaders of Calabari, especially Mr. Tony Cole, Prince Tony Princewell, and Professor Chad Dokubo, pleased with the killings and destruction in Abonima and other parts of Calabari by the army? Can they, in all conscience, defend or be happy to be among the principal actors with the transport minister to inflict such horrendous levels of killings and devastation to their own people and communities, just to prove how connected they are to the federal government and the nation's military? What a shame. Let it be known that those who masterminded the murderous assault on Abonima and other communities in Rivers State last Saturday have bloodstains on their hands, for which they are unanswerable before the Almighty God. I wish to assure all and sundry that we shall, as a government, pursue justice for the families of the victims against the perpetrators of the mayhem, killings and destructions in Abonima and other communities in the Calabari Kingdom and other places, no matter how powerful they may seem and how long it may take. I call on Mr. President to please, in the name of God, direct the army to withdraw the occupation and siege on Abonima and other communities so that the people can go about their normal lives. Finally, I urge the people of Rivers State to be vigilant and continue to pray for peace to prevail in our state. Thank you for your attention, and may God continue to bless our dear Rivers State.